This is the hour of darkness. When I was with you daily in the temple, you did not try to seize me, but this is your hour and the power of darkness. The disciples fled. The angels were silent. Jesus committed one last healing. The last thing the Lord did before his hands were bound was to heal. Have you ever asked yourself, if I knew this was the last thing I should do, what would I do? I have never found the answer to that question. There are so very, very many things that we would want to do for those whom we love that I do not think we are likely to be able to find the chief one of all these things. If I knew it was the last thing I was going to do, what would it be? So the best thing is just to go on simply doing each thing as it comes as well as we can. Our Lord Jesus spent much time in healing sick people, and in the natural course of events, it happened that the last thing he did with his kind hands was to heal a bad cut. I wonder how they had the heart to bind his hands after that. In this, as in everything, he left us an example that we should follow in his steps. Do the thing that this next minute, this next hour brings you. Do it faithfully and lovingly and patiently. And then the last thing you do before power to do is taken from you, if that should be, will be only the continuation of all that went before. See? One last thing. When the chief priest, temple officers, and elders came to the Garden of Gethsemane to arrest Jesus, they succeeded only because a sovereign God permitted them to succeed. Jesus pointed out that he was teaching daily in the temple, yet they never laid a finger on him. Now, they were after him with swords, but this is your hour, and the power of darkness is yours. Luke 22:53. Who gave them that hour? Who allowed them the power to capture him? It was God. It was God, without whose leave not even a sparrow can fall to the ground. God is omnipotent, never slumbering, just righteous, and forever in control. He was not taken by surprise. All was working then, as it is always working, into a pattern for good. See, our own difficulties often appear to be random. Our tragedies look wildly uncontrolled. They are not. They are subject. Limits are set. God is quietly at work, standing in the shadows, ceasingly watching over his children. The light shines on in the dark, and the darkness has never mastered it. John 1:5. The hour of darkness.